America's not starting businesses anymore. It's a birth and death rate. We need about 500,000 new businesses to start while 400,000 die. 4 years ago, those lines crossed. So now we're in very dangerous waters. But those full-time unemployment jobs will never come back until free enterprise and the spirit of entrepreneurship kicks back in again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, very brave man there and making a lot of news with those comments. Joining us now, Ryan Tate. He's president of Tate Publishing and Enterprises. Welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate
Tell us a little bit about your
Sure.
corporation.
Love to. Well, we're a mainline traditional book publishing company. We're one of the largest book publishers in America, represent thousands of authors all over the world. You name it, we do it. We're blessed to have authors in both the Christian markets all the way to self-help. You name it, we do it. Financial freedom. And my next big project is to get a book with you. So I need you to start writing for me, and then we'll be the top publisher.
Well, I appreciate that. Let me ask you a question. You heard what the CEO of Gallup said and talked about those lines crossing.
Scary.
Why is it, or let me ask you, is it, if you were going in to start your business today, how would it differ from when you actually started it? Would you be discouraged because of regulation, Obamacare, you name it?
Absolutely. I think the first thing is that there's so much uncertainty right now, Steve. Back when I started my business, I graduated college in 2001, started with nothing, still had dial-up internet in our office. I remember yelling down the hall to my dad that I needed to get on the internet, and so we'd have to plug it out and dial it up. But there is no uncertainty then. The American dream and our desire to start a business, to provide for our family and do something to make this country a better place, it never even dawned on me what we would be dealing with right now. And then there's a lot of aspects that were outside of control, from terrorism, stuff like that you just never fathomed would happen. But when you look at healthcare, when you look at the jobless rates, when you look at all of the regulations, the taxation, everything that's happening right now, the uncertainty that creates.
Very hard to start a business.
Almost impossible, the fear that it creates.
Let me ask you about the numbers. We have the unemployment rate, which he also said, the CEO of Gallup, that it's very misleading. Because once people drop out of, when they get discouraged enough to quit, they're not counted. If somebody was got a great job and now they're mowing lawns and making a fraction, they're not counted because they're working, quote unquote. So the economy, he says, is really, these numbers are very misleading. You agree?
Oh, absolutely. It's very soft. And again, back when I was in school, we all had to take statistics classes, and you had to deal with sample sizes, and how do you look at the populations, and how do you test that, and how do you put the polls together. It's pretty impressive that this government can take numbers that are inconvenient, that they can take samples and segments of the population that they're polling and that they're looking at to determine what the unemployment rates are. And if it doesn't fit their needs, they can just throw them to the side. And that's the thing that, for me, when you look at these numbers, the actual true unemployment rate, you're probably looking somewhere between 12 and 15%, not anywhere near what they're trying to boast today. But they just thrown out the portions that don't meet their needs.
And with immigration, with all these workers, we found out work permits have been given to 5.5 million people since '09.
That's right.
There's a whole, and you know who gets hit the hardest? The minority communities and poorer people, and it's just a terrible situation.
Well, and the middle class isn't bouncing back. With everything that they're saying, everything they're trying to push, if you look at the number and the bulk of the numbers that they're pushing out there to us right now, hourly wages are playing a huge part of what they're counting as people who actually have jobs. The restaurant industry is a huge portion. And then the third one there is government and health services, healthcare jobs.
Absolutely.
And the growth of government is not exactly where we want the people getting most of their jobs from.
What we need in government are people like you. People who have done it, people who understand it, and of course in this administration that would never happen. We have a special guest.
We do.
And she's a true beauty queen, and it's Courtney Queen Tate, your lovely daughter.
That's right.
Thank you.
This is
Hello.
my daughter.
Hi.
You're wearing your is it a sash?
Yes, it's a sash.
Your crown, and you won the 2014 National American Miss title and the 2014 Cinderella Talent winner.
Yes.
What's it like to be a beauty queen at 10 years old?
Well, it's really fun. You get to have great opportunities, and I just love that.
Yeah, and what was the favorite part of the competition? I know you had the talent and you had formal wear and all that kind of stuff. What did you enjoy most?
Ooh, talent and interview probably.
What was your talent?
My talent, I danced.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Okay. And what do you want to do when you grow up? You want to go into your dad's business?
Absolutely.
I want to be on Broadway.
All
when I
right.
grow up.
We had her first. We
That's
had
right,
her
we
first.
broke her.
Remember the name? Courtney
broke her.
Queen Tate. Pleasure
Thank you,
seeing
Steve.
you.
God bless
Thanks
you.
for coming
Thank
on.
you.
Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you
We'll be
very
back, folks, next with Arnie Wexler and his wife talking about addiction. Don't go away.